the same time like Jennifer's about to just eat this guy's flesh.
Well, she's torturing him first.
Yeah.
She's like, I need you afraid.
Right.
I need you hopeless. And then meanwhile, Miss Needy's getting dicked down and she's like, hopeless.
Oh,
like,
that dude.
I'm sorry. If I'm dicking you down and you're just crying saying hopeless, I don't know. We got to talk about this beforehand.
To a dude. Yeah. Yeah. You hopeless? Yeah. Hey, he thought he was beating that shit up.
So, right? Yeah. He was like, am I too big? Am I hurting you? Oh.
He was like, you crying? Oh,
well, I love how they show his face during that too. Like even beforehand, whenever she's just laying there like a dead fish, and he's just like closing his eyes, just like mustering his lips a little bit, just going.
They showed a shot where they showed his like feet in like a above angle. He was straight hip. Like, he was dead legging. His legs were just dead, and he was just straight fucking missionary hip. That shit was funny. I was like, this dude. He's like, yeah, I threw it down too.
She's like starts crying, and he's like, oh.
She said she was seeing visions. Quite
literally.
That shit was funny. So.
Up to the sky, wonder at our place in the stars.
It's a robot. And she's a goddamn robot. You are a toy!
My motto is, if you want to win the lottery, you have to make the money to buy a ticket.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Movie House Next Door. I'm Sherrod.
And I'm Noah.
I'm Justin.
You guys shine on the sound. Before we get started, we got a special announcement. We're gonna do a little contest, a little giveaway, if you will. A Movie House Next Door t-shirt. Don't really know the details on how you're gonna obtain this, but stay tuned, keep watching us, and we'll figure out something for you guys.
Really soon.
Real soon. Just stay tuned. So, Noah.
Hi.
What's up?
Not much. How's it hanging, bruh?
It's hanging.
Oh God, left or right?
Right. I'm 32. You get old. It's still spooky season. How's your spooky season going?
I mean, so far so good. Not dead yet, so
yeah, that's positive always. Have you ever been like lured out to somewhere and like sacrificed?
Oh Lord, I thought you meant like
you know I'm country as fuck.
Yeah. There's been times where I thought I was going to be.
Yeah.
You never really know.
Yeah. You don't know, especially in these backwoods we live in.
Yeah. And then when you're like anxious, you're like, if I say no, then what's gonna happen?
Yeah. There was a movie that bombed when it first released back in the day. And now it's considered a cult classic.
I would consider it a cult classic.
Yeah, I think I would too. Just especially when you're on the internet a lot and you never really seen the movie, but you know everything about the movie.
Yeah,
that's to me that's a sign of a cult classic. What movie am I talking
about? Halloween Ends.
Nah. That's another show.
Jennifer's Body.
Jennifer's Body.
Body yaddy 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 yaddy.
Title card.
Oh, yeah. This movie, when I done my research, and when I say research, I mean my wife and Google. It was inspired by a real death tragedy.
Yeah.
It was in a small
bonkers.
town. Yeah. What was the fucking name? Elsie Palmer. Oh, Paller. That was her name. That was the victim.
Oh, yeah.
So she was lured in by these guys that befriended her. They were in a band.
Well, she was like super nice, right? And
yeah,
she was like,
sweet
I don't
girl.
want to be mean to them.
Right.
Yeah.
She was, I guess, very passive and just non-confrontational. These guys befriended her. They were in a band, and to the point where she trusted them.
Yeah.
and they brought her out to the woods, stabbed her to death, and I don't want.
They said they like defiled her dead corpse.
I don't want to see. Yeah, I don't say the R word, but they
defiled
fondled
her.
with her body.
Yeah.
And when these young men got caught, they were asked like, "Why did you do this?" And mind you, their age was like they were like 14, 15 years old.
No, they were not.
They were that young. They were young.
Jeez.
That's why they're so naive. So the reason why they did it is they wanted to sacrifice her body to Satan
So
they could become rock stars. Very sick.
I mean,
Sick.
yeah.
So with that being said, they were like, this could be a great movie. The writer, her name is Karen Uzma.
Mhm.
She wrote Juno.
Okay, yeah.
Which is a great film.
Yeah, love Juno.
Recommend that to anybody.
That was Elliot Page.
Elliot Page,
right?
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was inspired by horror. She was a horror movie buff, so she wanted to do a horror movie. Kind of based around feminism, like a feminist type movie.
And some sapphic vibes.
Yeah. Yes, especially. Yes. Jesus. It bombed when it first released. I had watched the interview. You said he had watched it as well of her and Megan Fox. Like 10, 12 years later, when the movie was appreciated, they sat down and talked about it. And one of the things she said and spoke about was the way the movie was marketed. It was marketed towards teenage boys.
Yeah.
Which that me personally don't see a teenage boy going out to see this type of movie.
Yeah.
And one of the main focuses of that was Megan Fox, because she was young and hot, and she would send emails to the producers, the studio, and be like, "This is the way I want you to market it." And they, she drew out this long marketing plan, and they sent her back Megan Fox hot. They sent her back 3 words, and it was just like, and she was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So they did test screenings for young teenage boys.
And the critics too.
Yeah, and the critics.
And
like
it was
no women were probably in that room. So that was a major part why this movie bombed. I guess one of the major.
One of them, yeah.
You want to give the synopsis for this movie?
All right. So basically, Jennifer's body is about these 2 friends. They've been friends since the playground, they say. Sandbox, yeah. And it just starts out there going to a concert of this indie rock band, and Jennifer, Megan Fox, is like really into the main singer, and that's why she wants to go. And so they go to the concert. Some shit goes down. The band takes Jennifer out and like, "It's not safe here. Let's head out. Come in my van." They take her into the woods, kill her for a sacrifice so that they can become rock stars, famous rock stars. And they need a virgin. So they sacrifice her. But she's not a virgin. Fun fact.
Not at all.
She's not even a backdoor virgin, as she says, thanks to Roman, who's Chris Pratt, by the way.
I know. When I saw him, I was like, wow.
All 2 lines.
He was a cocky cop, or was
Cadet.
about to be a cop.
Yeah, he's a cadet.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So since she's not a virgin, and they don't know that, the ritual doesn't go as planned. They still sacrifice her and kill her, but her body is inhabited by a demon, or a succubus, more specifically, I think is what she is. And then she just starts killing boys and devouring their innards. Just, I can get down with it.
Now, if somebody gave that synopsis to teenage boys, it would be like, No, but add boobs, I'll go see.
Well,
it.
that wasn't the synopsis. The synopsis they were given is Megan Fox hot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is true. That is a good point.
And the cover, they're just like cheerleader.
Hot.
Did y'all notice that like that the movie had like no nudity whatsoever?
Oh
either?
yeah, no. The only another fun fact: the only nudity they had in the movie was leaked pictures from Megan Fox. He actually talks about that in the interview. How
Okay.
that like fucked her up for a minute because
Megan Fox?
because there was people on set that weren't supposed to be there just taking pictures of her, and they leaked it on the internet, and that really kind of fucked her up from doing any kind of nudity,
nude scene,
whatsoever. The start of the movie, was it Needy? That's her name.
Needy. Well, Anita. but
Anita.
They call her Needy. Yeah.
She is polar opposite of Megan Jennifer. Jennifer is it's kind of like, how did y'all become friends?
Yeah.
But they do explain it. They've been friends ever since kindergarten.
And, you know, you can tell throughout the film that they keep this up because of kind of manipulation on Jennifer's part.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
kind of Needy. They both kind of benefit equally because Jennifer is kind of like hella insecure as well.
Right.
And you can tell throughout the little actions that she does throughout.
Yeah. And this is a big part of the movie I wanted to talk to you about too. So I want to the bar scene where they're in the bar, they introduce themselves to the band and everything like that. Mind you, they're besties. They're polar opposite. One's nerdy looking. They have her hair all frizzy, messed up, not put together. And Megan Fox or Jennifer is this beautiful, all-American girl, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Cheerleader, probably, fucking a teacher and dating the quarterback at the same time type of girl. That's how they, put her out to be like that. So the bar scene, I just didn't understand the writing just because it's like, did they hypnotize her with the music? Or she was just like young and just like naive and just like
that's where I
googly
was.
eyed.
That's what it was for me.
It just read weird, like what's going on here? And
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. And then the fire that broke out. I was just like, okay, did they start the fire on purpose?
I think so.
Okay, because that's never clear.
It caught on way too quick, and they keep playing until it's pretty much.
Well, it
had to soak those beams in gasoline beforehand.
Dude, or something. That's what I'm saying. Because
that caught on way too quick.
I was just like, damn, this bitch is down to the ground already. And they're
took
like,
a whole 5 seconds,
and they're still playing the fucking song. Yeah. I was just like, this made no sense. But I'm just gonna get that. And then outside, well, he's like, oh, nonchalant, like, yeah,
I've been looking for you.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, they probably did burn it down.
Yeah, I think so.
But then it's just like Megan Fox, Lexi was with me watching it. And I was just like, what the fuck's wrong with her? And she was like, she may be drunk or just in shock.
Well, and then he says, oh, this one's in shock. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, what?
Exactly.
Needy?
And Needy's like the only one coherent.
Yeah.
Like, where are you going, bitch? She's like, it's fine.
She's like, I want to go in their super cool van. Shut up.
Mind you, the super cool van was like
not even the mystery machine.
And mind you, they're in a small town. They're in Gibson. They're not
the Devil's Kettle.
They're not in Nashville, like where they're in a small town where these kids probably never see anybody.
No, that part whenever Needy is like, so you're from like the city, right? Like, why are you coming down here? And he's like, well, I think that we should just see the fans in the shitty towns too. And she's like, oh.
When you say you're from the city, you country as fuck. You are country as fuck. So that was, I guess, kind of the naiveness of Jennifer. They really didn't give an age or what grade they were in throughout the whole movie either. So
They sure don't.
yeah, it was really hard to like. Okay, how old are they? Are they freshmen? Are they?
If I had to guess, I
seniors?
would say like 16, 17.
That's
I don't
what
think seniors.
That's what I was thinking too. Those are the things that were kind of unclear to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the funniest shit is when like Megan, like I keep calling her Megan, Jennifer goes to Needy's house and she's like,
Oh, like
just
after the
covered in fucking blood. I would have been like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing?
She's like, Jen, are you okay? She just watches the blood drip. She's like, what's going on?
Goes in the kitchen, gets a chicken.
She's like, my mom went to the Boston market and got that. We're not supposed to eat it.
And she's like, she starts choking. I was just like, oh shit, she's choking on a bone.
On the bone or something, yeah. Because she just started to get going in for it.
I'm just like, what the fuck? And then she just vomits I'm just like, I would be like,
Pissed
my mom
off.
is about to be fucking up right now.
You ate my mom's chicken. Now you're puking on her floors.
Dude. When she shows up to school the next day and she explains like, bitch, I had to clean this shit up. I hate when movies do this, when like somebody's cleaning up something and they're just rubbing it all over the place.
My favorite part is that she's just in there sobbing. She's like,
That shit was so funny.
there's a
to
whole
me.
ass mop just laying on the
I
floor
know.
and she's just scrubbing.
Literally not even cleaning the shit up. That shit is so
So
funny.
you better grab some paper towels and start laying
Right.
that bitch
I
down.
fucking hate when movies do that. Like, just clean it up. That shit's funny as fuck. But she comes back to school like nothing fucking happened. Like,
Yeah.
she's the whole school's in mourning because like 2 or 3 students died that probably weren't supposed to be at this fucking bar. Well,
Yeah, right.
okay, I guess they were at least 18. I'm gonna say at least 18.
Oh, because you have to be 18 to at least go to the bar for like a concert, right?
That's what I'm assuming. So yeah, that probably answered my question. But when the whole fucking school's mourning because their classmates fucking died,
Uh-huh.
and she's just like, boo. Who cares?
Yeah, she's like, anyways.
So as a viewer, you're just kind of like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Yeah.
what is going on? So,
Well, I love that part too. And she's like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, are you okay?
yeah.
She's like, you were vomiting. And then she shows her fingernails and she's like, ew, gross. You need a mani bad.
just not even acknowledging you
Yeah.
dripping on my fucking floor like 3 hours ago, probably.
Yeah.
The school night, that's wild. I'm just not thinking about that. That's wild. My mom will beat my ass and her ass.
Well, Jennifer's mom they never even went and got her car back.
There were no parents in this fucking film.
They showed the parents a total of 3 times. No, 4.
There's no accountability. It's funny. The football player, like he's just standing out in the field, just like weeping because his best friend died.
I love how you watch her walking towards him, and then he looks in the direction. The next second, she's like, "Hey!"
She's like beside him,
Yeah.
and I was just like, "What the fuck?" I didn't know that was bad editing or just like she's like a demon. Like,
Yeah.
she can just teleport.
They did that in pretty much almost every scene that she's introduced. If you notice, if you listen like to the audio of it, there's like a slithering noise that plays every time. She's like,
Did not notice that. Nice, Justin. Justin's paying attention. That's why he's the film guy.
He was just watching for the plot.
So she takes him to the she's like, it'll be okay. His last words,
I know what Craig. I was like, I spoke to Craig. I was probably the last person to talk to him ever.
When she said that, I was like, you bitch. What are you about to
know
say?
what he said? He's like, what? She's like, he said that me and you would make like a banging couple. She tucks her hair behind her ear. Isn't that so weird?
He was like, he said banging.
Yeah.
He said banging.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. He was like, damn. My boy looking out from the brave. Let's go. Hell yeah. Boy, she took him to the woods. He thought he wasn't even ready. He was
He's like, okay, I guess this is what's happening.
dude, she was like mid stroking him and was like,
Do you miss Craig?
my shit would have been bloop. What? No, yeah, I do. Why you bringing him up now? Like, even when she took her top off, he was like, all right. He's like,
Yeah.
damn. Like,
She was like, they're waiting because all the animals were watching.
oh my God. That was the creepiest shit to me. Cause they panned over to a deer, like when she like took his pants down and the deer goes,
Ooh. Yeah. Like, I ain't
Shit
looking
was
at
so
this.
it's like Snow White, but she's about to rip her fucking prince apart.
Love that
Oh,
for her.
Then when he's like screaming out, dying,
Teacher.
the teacher, which that's J. Jonah Jameson.
Is that him?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah. That's I know him, man. So y'all know who I'm talking about. He's like, let it out, son.
Yeah.
Let it out.
He thinks that he's,
We're
like,
all
screaming in
crying.
anguish. Yeah.
Don't
Those-
let the fire win.
It's
Well,
so
this man went to go check on dude, and he was mutilated. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, and then you're just like, okay, she definitely did this shit, but how?
She ate them guts.
Yeah. So there's a lot of emo at this school. I see too. Fuck, I forgot his fucking name.
I think Colin.
Colin.
Colin Gray.
Colin. I was.
And the term is goth.
Oh shit! Is goth the umbrella or emo the umbrella? And then it goes
I don't
down.
think anyone, unless you're like in elementary school, I don't think you really call yourself emo.
Really?
I mean, I stopped after elementary school. I never
Alright.
considered myself
Hey.
goth either.
I had goth friends, I guess, or emo.
I mean, I don't know. What's the consensus? What? Anyone else have anything to say about emo versus goth?
I don't know if it's the umbrella or it's like a term like by itself.
Uh-huh.
So Colin,
Vampires.
his character,
Nonconformist.
when they introduce his character, he is kind of crushing on Needy
Yeah.
just a little bit, right in front of her fucking boyfriend too, mind you. Which
He doesn't care either, that little cuck.
yeah, he's I would say he played his role very well as like that. Everybody
Oblivious.
knows a person who is dating like a fucking cuck in high school. Like you can get away with anything.
Yeah.
And he would just pretend like it don't happen or just look the other way or whatever. But Colin's character seems to be crushing on Needy. And I'm trying to
He seemed kind of into it too. He was like, so when did you and Colin become friends?
Yeah. It just what you said about Jennifer's like manipulation.
hmm
Needy got the feel that he was into her. Colin was into her, and like that, like you said, like that manipulation that she has.
Uh-huh.
I think Needy mention that to her, like
Later in the movie, she says that she was never a good friend. But
well, I'm talking about like as far as like I guess it's one of the writers' ideas of just how female relationships work. I'm not
Mhm.
trying to be sexist or anything. I'm just saying these are director's words and her vision. She wanted to capture a horror film with like the typical relationship between two girls in high
Uh-huh.
school. And like you said, Megan was very manipulative. When Colin asked Jennifer out,
Uh-huh.
she just blew him off and was like, whatever.
Yeah.
She wasn't interested until,
She says that she was cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that just put in my mind, I was like, oh, so this relationship is kind of like, who's the alpha in this?
Yeah.
Like, who can, like, she is for bitchy. Like
And
when it
that's what I
comes
was
to that.
saying is that Jennifer is very insecure too,
Right.
because I mean the entire movie she made a couple comments about Needy's boyfriend,
Right.
Chip,
Mhm.
and then right then whenever she's like, "Oh, you think he's cool?" She's like, "Yeah." She goes, "Colin."
Exactly.
Like suddenly she's interested just because Needy is interested.
Right.
And then that's just like she just wants to take anything and everything from her.
Right. And like I don't have a problem with kind of that message, but it's kind of like if you're gonna make this like a feminist movie, that's kind of like I don't know. To me, it's kind of degrading to be like, yeah, this is your typical like high school girl relationship. Like one of them is always trying to get the upper hand on the other
Well,
one.
I think it was more, I don't think it was more so that. I think it was more so she also just wanted Needy. So
right.
if she takes everyone else off the board and they just rely on each other, then she has no competition.
Yeah, I guess. Which is still
Like
kind of
she
like
can have Needy all that she wants. Like even with, in the beginning, whenever Chip is like, "Stop stealing my girlfriend," she flips him off and she's like, "You wish."
yeah, I could see that too. Still kind of like ugh, like selfish.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's very selfish.
Very very selfish. So she asks Colin out and tells him, come to this address.
Yeah. Like, I got aquamarine.
Now, let me tell you something. If I get sent to an address and I turn on the street and it ain't no lights,
And every single house, there ain't no cars on that road. Every single house is under construction.
bruh, hey, where you at? I'm not going looking for you.
You better meet me on the front porch.
You crazy. And then look, he even knew something was up. He was just like, I'm trying to get something tonight. Like, I ain't, like I'm gonna risk it all. Like, fuck it. He goes up, and first of all, I would have been out the moment I opened the door. Ain't no furniture, ain't no kind
He
of
couldn't
light.
open the door. He had to bust through the window that wasn't even put in.
That's even more. Like,
He saw the light on upstairs and he said, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel."
Damn, bitch, you live like this.
Where are your parents?
like for real. Like I'm just like, damn, this boy is stupid as hell. He is. There's birds in the house.
Damn crows.
like what the fuck? He walking upstairs and there just candles lit. Like I guess she was trying to be romantic.
And there's like light music playing.
And I'm just like, okay. At that point, maybe he's thinking it's about to go down. Like she chose this spot,
Yeah.
I'm on board. So she comes out, and and this is what I want to talk to you about their connection. At the same time, there's another scene happening where
yeah.
So are they saying in the movie that their connection is so strong, like she feels when she's being demonic?
Well, there has to be some kind of connection there even beforehand, because before the concert, before she picks her up, she goes, "Jennifer's here." He goes,
Yeah,
what? She goes, "Needy."
And I get that, but it's so unexplained. Like, okay, they have a friend connection.
It's the power of lesbians.
The power of women.
Lesbians just know when there's another one nearby.
And so the same time, like Jennifer's about to just eat this guy's flesh.
Well, she's torturing him first.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, "I need you afraid.
Right.
I need you hopeless." And then meanwhile, Miss Needy's getting dicked down, and she's like, "Hopeless."
Oh,
like,
that dude.
I'm
hey,
sorry. If I'm dicking you down, you're just crying, saying hopeless. I don't know. We gotta talk about this beforehand.
To a dude, yeah. Yeah. You hopeless? Yeah. Hey, he thought he was beating that shit up.
Right, yeah. He was like, am I too big? Am I hurting you? Oh.
He was like, "You crying?" Oh,
Well, I love how they show his face during that too. Like even beforehand, whenever she's just laying there like a dead fish, and he's just like closing his eyes, just like mustering his lips a little bit, just
Dude.
going.
They showed a shot where they showed his like feet in like a above angle. He
Uh-huh.
was straight hip. Like, he was dead legging. His legs were just dead, and he was just straight fucking missionary hip. That shit was funny. I was like, this dude. Their versions.
I'm assuming they were. rolling
They
with each
had
other,
to be
yeah.
because dude didn't know what it was. He was just
High school.
pumping.
It's
He was
that
just
high
pumping.
school sex.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I threw it down too.
She's like starts crying, and he's like, oh.
She said she was seeing visions. From
Quite literally.
That shit was funny. So yeah, so that's where I was just like, okay, are they so connected? Like she's connecting to her demonic side as well, where she kind of knows when she's feeding, or knows when she's about to.
I guess so, but I don't know if it was necessarily the demonic shit.
Right.
I think they just have a bond. So yeah, that sure wasn't explained.
Yeah, it just
I think it's literally the power of lesbianism.
Right.
Like that's the only explanation at this point.
that was probably the only real gripes I have with the whole movie, is that just so it seemed like such an important thing that just wasn't explained.
Yeah.
After that, go back. There was a scene where Jennifer, I think she had just fed, and she was just bubbly, glowing, like her hair was flowing. She was dressed nice. And later on in the movie, there's a scene where she looks like she ain't got sleep.
Like her skin's pale.
Yeah,
and,
she just looks like shit. And she says she feels like shit all the time. And of course, at this point in the movie, you still don't know what happened. You know something happened with the band and everything. But Needy starts to do a little research because she's like, something just ain't fucking right with this. She starts to do research. I think she comes back home, and like Jennifer's in her fucking room. Like,
well, it
in her
was
bed.
she had done the research, I think, after
that,
Colin.
that's right.
And I love that scene too, where you just see her scooping her hands into Colin's like concave chest, and she's
God.
just sipping the blood.
She's in her room, Jennifer is, and she's like, what the fuck?
Okay, hold on. Because this bitch is just walking around the whole town bloody.
Dude, nobody's seeing, like, this is a small town. It's gonna get back to the local police.
Yeah.
Like, and just I guess they showed Needy's mom. She's on drugs or something. I don't know what the fuck was her problem, but you got people just walking in and out of your house. Like, you didn't know this bitch was in your house.
And then even then, Needy's mom, she was like, "You're gonna come in here calling for me one day, and I'm not gonna be here." Sure enough, that's
Foreshadow.
Yeah, whenever she almost hits her with her damn car.
Right.
Jennifer is one crazy bitch. Like, why are you jumping on my mom's windshield like that? Like, do you know how expensive this shit is?
Dude, there's some girls in high school that's not possessed by a demon and act like this shit. I promise you. Just wild as fuck. But when she's in her room, and I guess there was like an undertone, like attraction between those two.
What do you mean undertone? They were making out.
Well, I'm just saying before that scene.
I was like, they're full on tongue kissing.
And dang on line, that shit was hot.
It was.
That was hot as fuck. And then she's like, what the fuck is going on?
She's like, Needy, I never heard you say the F word before.
What happened to my mom's key?
Like, bitch, what are you doing?
She's like, I literally forgot that you're a bloody mess 5 minutes ago.
Exactly. So she's like, you remember that night when we met the buffet? She's like, bitch, yes, I remember.
I've been asking you about it for like the past 3 days.
No, a month had gone.
Yeah.
A month had gone by since
So then
then.
we know too that she doesn't have to feed. She only has to feed like once a month.
Right.
Well, what I noticed is depending on the size of her prey, that's how often she needs to feed. So if you notice, Colin, the football player, he was a bigger dude. So that lasted her like
a whole month.
That's,
so whereas Colin is kind of a smaller dude.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. That makes
he had to feed sooner. So
I didn't notice that one. Oh yeah, because then she had the exchange student too,
Mhm.
and then the very next day she was like, he's malnourished as all hell. I
Right.
need some football player.
Big, strong football players. But she explains the night when she went with the band that they pretty much left her for dead. Like I guess they got, this was the inspiration from the movie in real life. The band wanted to sacrifice a virgin. Ironically, wasn't a virgin.
And I love how she told him that, thinking that was gonna get her out of it.
She goes, I don't know how to have sex. I've never had sex before.
It's like, so you might want to find someone who does know how to.
And then the guy's like, you owe me a beer. I told you we got one. Every small town has
like,
one.
Are y'all rapists? like, what are they gonna say? Yes.
Right. You forget she's a naive little teenager.
That's true. And he was such a dick too. She goes, "Where are we going? You don't have to talk if you don't want to."
Yeah.
Like, what?
He and they fucking like mutilate, dude. They like really.
He was just
stab her. And back to the interview with Megan Fox, she said she showed her son that scene because her son wanted a idea on what he wanted to be a zombie cheerleader for Halloween.
Oh.
And she was like, mommy played kind of a zombie cheerleader. And she showed him the scene. And in his little mind, this is real. Like everything she's been in the movie, she's really, this is real life. So Lexi was like, why the fuck would she show a 5-year-old? I know, that's just funny.
Alexis didn't even know that she had like 3 kids.
Yeah. She didn't know that?
No. And not until I told her, because I told her that she had like a whole husband before Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, she's got like 3 kids.
Yeah,
she was like, what?
She retired from acting for a long time. Like,
I don't know if she retired. I think she just became a mom and people didn't think she was hot anymore.
Well, because
I watched an interview where she talked about it.
Okay. Well, not to get sidetracked.
But I think she was also just focusing on.
Right. As any, mother should.
She did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and she got hated for it. She's like, maybe I'll stick to motherhood for now.
So that was a funny little tidbit that I found out that she showed her son that scene.
Oh, yeah.
And they did it to, he was like, do you want to be famous? Do you want to be like that guy from Maroon 5? Which he ain't doing too well these days.
What is his name? Adam Levine?
Yeah.
He's like Maroon 5.
He's this guy called cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
Tragic. Anyways.
It happens.
They do it to gain fame, popularity, money, Illuminati shit. That's why they sacrifice a virgin. But plot twist, she wasn't a virgin.
Yeah.
And so I guess with that she consumed, or a demon took over her body.
Yeah, because then it said whenever Needy was like looking the shit up, she was saying that if the sacrifice is impure, then a demon, like the ritual might still work, but if the sacrifice is impure, then a demon will inhabit the vessel.
All right. So you're familiar with like demon takeover, like from Buffy and all that stuff, right?
I guess, yeah.
I would say. So was she 100% possessed, or was like 50-50? Because it's like she's still very conscious of like Jennifer's mind.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you mentioned Buffy. How they do vampires in Buffy is you still have all your memories, but your soul is gone.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
So
it's like you're not really you, but you're you.
Right. See, and I just wish they would like just quickly explain that, because I'm just like, when Needy's like throwing insults to Jennifer, like she's responding as Jennifer.
Yeah, she's like, okay, Hannah Montana.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, is she possessed, or like is this Jennifer still?
I don't think it was a possession. It was
more like a symbiote type thing. Like,
yeah, probably.
Like it's attached to you. Okay.
Yeah.
With Needy's character, towards the end of the movie, she's a completely kind of different character. Like She's very like at the beginning of the movie, she's very like
Mousy.
kind of quiet, mousy, and then ironically, Jennifer like helps her build courage.
Yeah.
Like to stand up to Jennifer like for the first time, and just so happens like she's a fucking demon when she does it.
Yeah.
But she kind of figures out Jennifer's plan for the school dance. Like she's figured it out. She knows she's possessed. She knows she feeds on boys.
Oh, so did they take that line out of the movie whenever Needy is, because I didn't see it whenever I rewatched it. Whenever Needy's like, "You're killing people," and Jennifer's like, "No, I'm killing boys."
You see, in these movies, they're on these streaming services. They have to be edited because I remember I did the same thing with Scream. I'm like, that scene was in there. I remember.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that line.
I didn't hear it either.
No.
And I watched it twice because I was like, did I miss it the first time?
Right.
But no, I went through it and it wasn't there.
These streaming services
And that's
have
like
to
the
be edited.
best line in the fucking,
Yeah.
it's like the most iconic line in the
Right.
movie.
And I don't know. I think they do edit these movies. I think there's like the TV versions because I don't know.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, they did do the iconic lighter scene. I forgot to mention
She's
that.
like, I am a god.
Yeah.
She's like, okay.
And-
She's like, I gotta go.
and that correlates to my question about the self-awareness of her. So she figures out Jennifer's plan. There's a big school dance coming up, and Jennifer, she's like, I'm trying to like take a break. Like I want to feed
Mhm.
on every boy I can. The school dance is the perfect place because everybody's gonna be there at once. Needy kind of, she gets wind of that, and like that's when she like tries to turn into a superhero. Like, and then this fucking scandalous ass fucking Jennifer takes her fucking boyfriend,
Oh, yeah.
starts saying, he's a
Her
cuck.
and Colin were
They were
intimate.
porking, as
Yeah,
the word she
porking,
used.
yeah.
She was cheating on you this whole time, like just manipulative as fuck. And he's like, "Oh, all right, I guess."
I guess
That's
I'm gonna
fucked
fuck you
up.
then.
And then, just like every teenage, I guess the boys they were trying to target it to, that's how they would act. And
Yeah.
so he
Now let's go into this abandoned building. How long has that damn pool
And
been
this-
abandoned?
these
Because that
boys
water
it is,
line was still all the way up.
and this how you know these boys are country as fuck. They just go into abandoned places. It is country. I did it when I did it. It's going into abandoned places. Like me and Sean used to hang out in the barn. That literally. We used to invite girls up to the barn, and they would come. And it is so that's just funny small town shit that I just noticed because it's just funny as fuck. Goes into this abandoned pool, and he's like, "So what are we gonna do?" She's like, "I'm gonna take a swim."
Yeah.
He's like, "Bitch, why? What?"
Like this water dirty.
Needy gets to the school and just hears screams, or
Well,
she's at the dance,
She
right?
feels her lips.
Yeah.
She's like, Chip.
I'm connected to him too.
Yeah.
Unexplained. Goes fucking running to him, which this bitch jumps over his
Hold
fucking
on.
temples.
The two fucking times that we see Needy running have me bawling my fucking eyes out. This bitch, she's just like flailing her arms like that.
It's so funny. She jumps into the like pool house or whatever, like flops over, dude.
Yeah.
The
Eat shit.
director was just like, we'll just use that. We're
I
not
love how
going.
she knows exactly where to go. to.
Exactly.
She finds a little orchid corsage out in the middle of the
It's
woods.
just like, okay. She sees her boyfriend's about to be fucking murdered. And it was like off a video game. Did she have a light? I can't remember if she had
No.
a light or not. But it was just funny, like Jennifer just looked up and was like,
Yeah.
he's like, oh fuck, like draining.
Could you imagine the infection in that?
Oh.
With your neck all open in that
She
dirty
seemed
ass
pretty.
water.
Well, yeah, she her whole fucking mouth and fucking gorge. I guess it would be kind of a demonic infection.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. I mean, from the open wound and then flailing around that nasty ass
Ooh.
water.
Plot hole. I'll tell you at the end. I just not thought of it. Jennifer starts levitating, and she was like, he was like, oh my God, she can fly.
Like she's just floating.
It's not that impressive. I was just like,
do you
yeah,
have to undermine everything that I do.
and this is, I was just like, okay, it's come down to, this is bitch wars right now.
Yeah.
Who can be more bitchy at this moment? She calls her Hannah Montana, and she fucking Needy hits her with a fucking low blow. I was like, damn. She was just like, you had to use laxatives to
stay skinny.
Oh, I was like, ugh.
Not just spilling her secrets.
I was like, damn.
Not the beauty routine.
I was like, beauty routine. I was like, holy shit, she really went for the jugular right there. Like, even Jennifer's like, what? I know I killed.
She's like, in front of Chip.
I know I killed like 5 boys, but fuck. You didn't have to spill my secrets out like that.
It's like, I don't care if I'm a demon. You're still breaking girl code, bitch. I'm the victim here now.
Right. So that's where her whole, like, she's like literally standing up to Jennifer, like probably for the first time in their relationship ever. Jennifer can't believe it. She's like, what the fuck? I know I'm a demon.
Oh, and then after she says, she goes, I'm going to fucking devour you. And she goes,
yeah.
I thought you only ate boys. She goes, I go both ways.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of like,
it's like, girl, y'all made out like 3 times.
Right. Right. You're a lesbian.
Yeah.
I'm bi.
And she goes, we can play mommy and daddy, like, or girlfriend and boyfriend like we used to. I was like, these are some straight up lesbos.
Oh, yeah. That was once. Oh, but towards the end, it's like the beginning of the movie. Now, did she break out of prison and go to Jennifer, or did she go to prison for?
Okay, so
Jennifer?
the beginning of the movie is right at the end of the movie.
After she kills Jennifer?
After she kills Jennifer.
Gotcha.
So then whenever in the beginning of the movie, whenever you see like the very, very beginning, whenever someone's just walking through the woods,
mm-hmm.
and then you see Jennifer laying in bed, and then you see Needy there at the window,
mm-hmm.
and then she turns around
and she's gone.
Yeah. That part is replayed after she leaves the pool
mm-hmm.
with Needy and Chip dying. Then she goes home, lays in bed, and then they show that same scene. They just don't show Needy there at the window. Instead, she jumps in and tries to stab her.
So Chip did die?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, fuck. That fucks my plot hole up. Fuck.
Yeah,
I didn't think he died.
He died right there.
He said, he said, like, I was already dead before you got here, but I heard your voice, so I woke back up.
Oh, fuck.
He was already dead.
I was just like, he should have, like, semi-powers too.
Oh, no.
But he would have. But they explained that too, because she, I guess, bit her when she was... No, what? Yeah.
They were tussling. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she bit her. And then that's why she broke out of prison.
She just bit her with normal teeth.
Right. And she ends up killing Jennifer. Jennifer ends up biting her in the process, which that bite is kind of venomous or contagious.
She says, what occultists don't know is that if you get bit by a demon and survive, you gain some of their power.
Yeah. Which is very cool. And the end of the movie,
I don't know if that's canon to Bible lore, but
I mean, there's a lot of shit in the Bible that's just like, all right. She goes to hunt down the band. What the fuck was that band's name?
Low Shoulder.
Low Shoulder. And it's funny, they show a sign where it says Low Shoulder on the thing. Which ironically, they got famous throughout that whole process.
Oh, yeah.
That's the funny ironic part too.
Yeah.
Is they didn't even do the ceremony right, but yet they still.
In the book, it's said that you can still get the results, but the result of using an improper or an unpure sacrifice, then it could get possessed.
Right. Okay. That you cleared up a lot of questions for me that I had watching it. For like, I've seen it before, but I just never just watched it
Yeah.
to like, to review it. I just never sat down and watch it. Final thoughts. What do you give this movie?
I'm gonna be annoying as hell. Shut up, Sean. Yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Every week, folks. 10 out of 10. That's all. We only do 10 out of 10 movies. I'll give it a solid 7. And
The fuck?
I will
Because
give
there's
it.
lesbians.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's females. Ugh. No, I will give it.
Boys are dying. Hate it.
I will give it its props though. It aged very well, especially for the dialogue and just the style of that comedy horror that it is today. Shows like Scream Queens and I don't know. Fuck, I can't even. What's other satire horror? I guess.
And there's like Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah. Just movies
Everything's
like that.
kind of like a comedy now, I feel.
Yeah, with these with the witty dialogue and pop culture references and shit like that.
For me, every line in this movie is just so ridiculous. It's funny.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
Every line, I was like, this is the most unserious thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
They called themselves like yeast infection medicine.
Yeah.
Like, hey Vagisil.
Like, hey Vagisil, yeah.
That's just funny. That's just funny as fuck.
She goes, you're just jello because you're not invited. And it's like, you're so jello, you're lime green jello, and you won't even admit it.
I was like, wow, I ain't heard Jello in a long. You jelly, boy. You over here jelly. I ain't heard that shit in a long time. So for the dialogue, I will give it credit for kind of being before its time. Lack the appreciation that it does today. Yeah, I'll give it a good solid 7 out of 10.
And when she was kissing Colin, she goes, I've been giving you signals all year. You haven't noticed? You make me so wetty.
Yeah,
Like, who the fuck?
That's like, ugh.
Wetty.
Yeah. Very funny, very witty. Just a lot of it's a lot of just shit that was kind of unexplained to me. That was kind of still kind of, I don't know. But for the most part, I had fun watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I had really fun watching this
Did
movie.
you watch the very end? Whenever
there was an end credit scene?
it wasn't an end credit scene. It was like right before the or like during the credits. It was Needy after she hitchhikes and she's like, I'm going to see this rock band. It's their last show. After that, she goes and you see her like killing them.
Oh shit! I didn't see that. No, I didn't even see that.
She killed them.
I thought she was gonna kill that old man.
No, she killed the band members, and then the rest of it is just like the police, like surrounding them, taking pictures of all their dead bodies and the crime scene and all that.
Shit! No, I did not watch that scene at all.
Yeah, she killed them all.
Justin, what were you rating this? Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
9 out of 10.
Wow. Okay.
Better.
Okay.
The CGI was like really good for its time too.
You know, it really was. You know how
Well, it was very minimal too. It was very minimal.
Yeah, it was. But for what it was solid movie. And look, I'm gonna tell y'all, a 7 out of 10 is solid. That's a solid fucking movie. You gonna make some money. If Rotten Tomatoes or somebody gave y'all 7 out of 10, you're making money. So I would give it 7 out of 10.
You know what? That's true. It's better than what those teenage boys gave it when it came out.
Yeah.
Sean, what's your rating?
Sean don't give no rating.
He said, I never even watched the movie.
He ain't watched this shit. Said it's been years.
So it's a 10. 10 for titties.
But all right. Guess we can wrap this up. That is another episode of Movie House Next Door. I'm Sherrod.
And I'm Noah.
I'm Justin.
You got Sean on the sound. We out.
I do want to know what that plot hole was.
That it was. I was gonna say, dude got powers now too. I didn't think he died.
No, yeah, he died.
No, yeah, his jugular got bit.
Yeah.
he stuck the pole through and then pretty much.
But yeah, that was a plot hole. I did watch the movie. I did. Uh,
No, it was fucking funny to me. I was laughing.
It
my
was
ass off
funny.
the whole fucking time.
it was funny.
It was the most unserious movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
It had like really good jump scares too. I usually hate jump scares, but like the jump scares it did have, it was really good.
Yeah, the kids were screaming.
Were they?
Yeah. It was funny. I'm actually looking forward to seeing it.
My first watching, give it a 10 out of 10 still.
I don't know. Some of the parts I got it.
Like, it's
Oh.
camp. Y'all just don't get it.
Oh. So I went over some of the movies for November.
Okay.
So Black Adam comes out the 21st.
Mhm.
I know you work nights. Is there a possible way you could
No.
you could watch it either that Friday night or that Saturday morning or like a matinee?
I'm sure it could.
Okay. So next week we'll do Halloween Ends and then Black Adam. So that way Halloween Ends will come out Halloween weekend.
Halloween Ends is on Peacock right
Yeah,
now.
it is. And then Halloween Ends. I'm not doing that.
Oh, he's just being an asshole.
Yeah. And then Black Adam can come out November 4th, which is that following week. Cuz Halloween weekend everybody's free.
Okay.
Okay, and
I thought y'all were leaving Halloween weekend.
I know that's we double up next weekend. That
Oh,
way
okay.
It can be boom boom.
next weekend we're doing.
Black Adam and Halloween Ends.
Okay,
When does Black Adam come out again?
The 21st. It comes out that Friday.
Of
Yeah.
October.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Get smack the shit. Go.
Yeah. Hey, is that shit on loop? Focus on your own damn job.
But yeah, it'll be perfect. And
Look at him checking too.
so movies for November. I want to do. It'll be Black Adam. That'll be the first movie. Wakanda Forever
Wakanda forever.
and Toy Story, and then you're gonna love this one, The Dark Knight.
wait, hold on.
Oh, I was like, what is that?
Wow.
I was like, have I heard that one before? Yeah, it's fucking Batman.
So hold on, let me look at the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
We can do
That Killer Turkey movie.
that's
Killer
what I was
Turkey?
thinking of.
What's Killer Turkey?
It's so bad,
It's a
but it's
terrible
so
movie.
good. Was
I
it
guess
like-
it's about a killer turkey.
It was like the turkey from like the first Thanksgiving or something, right?
Oh
Yeah.
And
my
then it gets like possessed by a demon and
That
starts
shit's-
killing people.
Ah.
Well, I think it's modern times.
That's
like
funny. as fuck.
like the killing happens in modern times.
Okay, so the 22nd, what episode is being released? No, the 21st is a Friday. All right. What episode is the 21st? Jennifer's Body's coming out,
Mhm.
and we're doing Halloween Ends.
So that's the 22nd. That would be the 22nd. We're doing that, right? Okay. Yeah, we
We're
record both of
recording
those.
22nd, both on 22nd.
And then Halloween Ends is like perfect because like it's literally Halloween weekend.
Okay.
And then the next week we will already have Black Adam in the chamber too. I'm really excited for Black Adam.
Okay, so Black Adam's coming. We're dropping it the first weekend of November.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that should be the 4th. So we already have our first movie for November next week. I wouldn't be surprised if here in the near future, like Disney doesn't buy DC out.
Oh,
Like-
did you see that thing that The Rock had said recently?
About Superman.
No, let me see
Oh,
if I can find it. I just liked it on Twitter before we started recording.
Is it the not Megan the Stallion?
Oh, that shit was so
No.
funny.
It
I watched
says,
that whole interview. That shit was funny.
It says The Rock responds to taking a bite out of Marvel at the box office, and he says, "I do think we're going. And do I think we're going to take any kind of bite out of Marvel? The answer is unequivocally no. We don't want to be Marvel. We want to be DC. I don't want a bite of that apple. I want to grab a new apple and I want to create from there."
And that apple's name is Meg the Stallion.
Let's go.
What's going on with Megan Thee Stallion?
No, he just
He
let
did.
my try to explain it.
He did
Ooh, it's a girl.
you know that DC Super Pets. Him
Yeah.
Him and Kevin Hart were going on promo interviews, and one of the interviewers asked them, if you were a pet for a day, what celebrity would you want to be a pet of? And he goes, Megan Thee Stallion. And Kevin Hart just starts laughing. And the interviewer's like, why her? He goes, let's not indulge in that.
And then there was another like recent interview, probably like a Black Adam interview, and it was like, what the interviewer was like, what's your favorite guilty pleasure song? And it was a Megan Thee Stallion song. I don't remember what exactly.
Man, he wants on Megan Thee Stallion.
He said
he
WAP,
married?
but he said he was joking about a song before. He's like no, but it's actually WAP.
But yeah, at Black Adam, I'm really looking forward to it. I hope it kind of revives DC. Like, start out with not so just known popular characters. Just copy Marvel's formula just a little bit, because that's what Marvel did. Like, nobody gave a fuck about Iron Man. Like, I was heavily in the comics at that time, and I was just like, why are they making an Iron Man movie? But it turned out to be a success. So if they would just lean towards characters like nobody really knows about, and just makes a movie that kind of like surprises people, then you can gradually go into the Batman, Superman, and do all that shit. This dude don't give a fuck. He just
No, I'm listening.
I'm just fucking with you.
I can do two things at once. I know this man ain't talking.
Hey, throw your phone at him.
Like I said, focus on capturing our voices this time.
Oh man,
Did you see that? Did you ever play the Bayonetta games?
the what?
Bayonetta?
Did
Did you see that shit about the voice actress? She was
paid her $4,000 or something?
They offered
Yeah.
$4,000 for the third game,
That's crazy.
and she was telling the fans to boycott it.
That's wild.
She says to just boycott the game.
I don't
buy
give
it.
a fuck what. If you're $4,000, that's it.
For a
for
game
hours.
that makes multi-million dollars.
That's what I'm saying. How many hours of recording time does she have to do?
Yeah, a lot.
You like, even the voice recorders for Grand Theft Auto get underpaid. Like, the guy
All
who
voice actors do. Yeah.
they get paid like $250,000, like $250,000, and they recorded for like 6 months straight, and they turn around and like the highest video game sales of all time.
Yeah.
You got me fucked up. And like, I don't know, like, even the guy who plays CJ like hates Rockstar. Like, he like San Andreas, he hates because he's literally only known for that, and like is famous as fuck and broke because of that.
Yeah.
And it's shit is unfair. Like, fuck that shit.
I guess the only way you make money is if you're like Tara Strong. She plays so many voices in video games, a lot of cartoons, of like mostly what's it called? Cartoon Network. Like, she played Bubbles. She voices like 2 or 3 characters in Teen Titans. She voices a lot of people.
So I bet it's just an underpaid industry.
Yeah, she's just
is
really
itself.
famous.
Yeah.
I think she also played one of the My Little Pony characters. Like, she herself is in a lot of shit.
Okay.
It's a grind.
That's like every DC property. Like, they get the same guy to play like Grodd or fucking what's the fuck, Dark Side, and they use the same voice actors for that too. Fuck that. You
don't.
I bet you don't.
It's a flat. That's why she was saying the Bayonetta
Right.
girl. She was saying it's a flat rate fee
Yeah.
of $4,000.
And especially like if let's say
she wasn't.
let's say you like
That's why she said to boycott it.
like improvised a line and it like became famous in the game.
You don't get shit for it.
That's fuck that, dude. Ugh. I hate that. But people need money sometimes. But it's gross. That's gross.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I don't.
Huh? What'd you say?
He said whores. I heard
Oh.
him. Y'all didn't hear him, but I heard him.
Yeah,
I heard
he
him.
got a whole ass mic and he don't talk into it.
Lesbian gays.
Oh yeah, she's like, y'all are total lesbian gays. She's like, do you buy all of your weapons at Home Depot? You're so butch. She had a fucking box cutter.
She had a thing for like hardware store jokes because also like when she's like with Colin in the woods, she's like nice hardware, Ace.
Oh yeah. She sure did. Lesbians. She was just projecting.
Yeah.
That's what she was doing. Are we still recording?
Yeah, we've been recording this whole time.
Hey guys.
The after show.
After hours.
Yeah.
I don't even watch the thing in general.
I ain't gonna cap. I got the notification. I was like, oh shit, I forgot we were dropping. I literally forgot. I got it. I was excited as fuck.
I'm gonna because watching on YouTube drains my battery hella, so I usually wait till I go home to do it. But now that we're on the Apple, I'm gonna start listening on that. Yeah. Shit. The one right above it.
Oh, yeah, I still got a 7. I think this is a 7 plus or something like that.
You wanna buy me a new phone?
You're right.
Then shut the fuck up. Hell.
Hey, you need to catch up on Game of Thrones. I mean, House of the Dragon.
I do. I need to catch up on everything. I sure do. And it don't ever happen. Well, I was just saying yesterday that I'll probably, at this point, I'm just going to wait for it to finish. Might as well.
You might. I mean, it finishes Sunday.
Oh, does it? I'm on like episode 3.
I thought season finale was Sunday. Oh, well, you
Got
get
2
another week.
episodes.
She-Hulk season finale was Thursday, and it was.
Everything, I've been so blessed with both of those shows. I haven't seen any spoilers.
Marvel fans do a good job of not, and I don't think.
Oh no, no.
I don't think She-Hulk was. It's not praised by the internet as it should to me.
Yeah.
I think it's better, a lot
I've seen
better.
a lot of
than-
people talking shit about it.
I don't get what they were expecting out of it because they told you right what it was. It was a sitcom law comedy.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it was. So I don't.
Everyone's like, they ruined Matt Murdock.
No, they didn't. And I read something. They were just like, because they focus on her sexuality. Like, this is the first time Marvel's ever went that far. And they were just like, this is a shame they got Daredevil like fucking and having. And I'm just like, y'all must have never read a Daredevil comic because he gets laid all the time. Like, in this new Daredevil, he's not like dark and gloomy. Like he's he's
He's not even motherfucking ginger.
but
That pisses me off.
It's not like Frank Miller. Like he's not like Batman. Like he's not dark and like serious all the time. This is a lighter tone like Daredevil.
Well, I don't know shit about Daredevil.
Oh,
the comics bore me. The show bored me.
The comics are good. I will say the comics are really good. The show is just slow.
Boring.
Yeah, the show is slow. But
that bitch Karen annoyed the hell out of me. She was the main reason why I couldn't watch the show.
But the comics, they as far as that street level problems, like Spider-Man is all in its comics.
I think there is a Chip Zdarsky run that's like really praised. So I thought about maybe reading that.
They are pretty good. What were you saying, Sean?
Bullshit.
What do you mean? On what?
Like Better Call Saul?
No. Why you
on Reddit and you took it serious? That's your own downfall. At
Those
that
people on Reddit, they make their own scripts.
It's like those WandaVision leaks on Reddit. They're like, and then the Fox X-Men are gonna come in. And it's like,
I be looking at this
happened.
shit, and it's just like, y'all, this is in y'all's mind.
Y'all hype yourself up, and then they get upset when it don't happen.
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna lie. I was guilty of doing that. Like phase 1 and 2. Like I was like, they should do this, and then they don't do it. I'm just like, this movie fucking sucks. Like, why didn't they do this? They missed their opportunity. But I've learned to calm down and just take it.
Calm
as it is.
down.
But yeah. Sean's funny as fuck.
What do you do?
No, just
Speak up. Nut up or shut up, Sean.